Good morning. 2024 09 11, not lost on me. And this is a quote. We are a failing nation. We will be great very soon. End quote. These are ideas communicated by Trump last night during the presidential debate, Harris on the other stand. I say communicated by Trump because it feels useful to consider his words as not his own. The guy is locked into a contentful source, or else his emotional payload would not be consistent. But a mental model that holds the man as the source for each word doesn't hold up. His lexical payload is not consistent. This is a difference between the candidates. One speaks from a seat of reason and from a heart, and one speaks only on behalf of a heart. The idea is that we are failing, and simultaneously that we will be great very soon. These are possible points to lay on the same timeline, but only in the past or future. Hold both ideas against the fire of the present, and strange smoke begins to form. And this is not a bad thing. We were due for some transformational strangeness. Whatever you see in the present is what the present becomes as your experience of it goes on. The same is true of the past and of the future and of everything that one can draw a conceptual circle around. We are failing acts as a spell reinforcing the weakness of one's current position. For us to also be great very soon, then, means that only through failing may our greatness then arrive. How to make sense of this? These two ideas together have a powerful feeling. We are failing with we will be great very soon. It has the taste of an electric paradox. The danger of the now ignites the body. The relief somewhere near inclines us to just hold out another day in this activated state. You are in great danger, but soon it'll be over. It's compelling, absolutely. An 11th hour that goes on for as long as it must. This does suggest that perhaps even a hint of clear greatness in the now may collapse the specter of present failure almost immediately. This two-part spell contains the definition of its own undoing. The state of failing ends when we become great, which is to say, when the subjective experience is had of transitioning into awareness of shared greatness. I'm being strict with that definition to see more clearly the spectrum of possibilities we have here. There are other strict definitions that are just as plausible or viable. I'm looking for one, NB, nota buona, buona? NB, not the one, just the one, a definition that works, a definition that opens a path to new relief. We is a variable, to cut to the chase. What does we mean? We are failing. Very soon we will be great. The state of failing is non-negotiable for this discussion. Can't avoid that ingredient in the current mix. The promise of imminent greatness is a lifeline. Can't avoid that ingredient either. So long as we remains constant, the scene holds itself in suspension, a vibrating horror, immoral to look away. The subjective experience of we doesn't often change through reason. It takes some loosening of one's attachment to me and you before one can swap out one we for another without experiencing that change as trauma. Better, kinder, to lay out a picnic, to extend warmth in the direction of the hungry, and to wait. Can't force connection. And the subjective experience of new, authentic connection is what changes the subjective experience of we. 1. We are failing, according to our current definition of we. 2. Very soon, we will be great. 3. Keeping an eye on the subjective fact of failure perpetuates the active state of failure. The subjective fact of arriving greatness comes with no signals for its approach, so we don't even know how to recognize greatness as it first becomes visible. 4. The definition of we seems to me to be our path forward into change, and that means extending an open handed invitation into the security of a larger definition of we, an invitation free of urgency or coercion. An abused animal needs time, safety, love, and their own free will in order to improve. The human, even more so.